So today in front of me here I have a PlayStation Move game controller, brand new in the box, as well as a PlayStation Move navigation controller. I'm going to be testing it out on a PlayStation game that just recently added Move support, which is M.A.G, and going to see if it's actually going to work and function properly as a controller for the game, or if it's just a total waste of money and you should avoid it at all means. Because it isn't cheap. It's out here in Canada, it's about $50 for this one, and then an extra $30 for the nunchuck variation, and then with your camera, that's an extra probably $30-40 there too. So not cheap as a whole to get going. But anyways, I'm going to open these up here and take a look and see what we got. So now that I got out of the package, you can see that it's got 4 geometric buttons, a new kind of button with a squiggly line on it, PlayStation button, and your trigger, start and select, and it's kind of a rubbery ball on the end, and that's what will glow. Basically holding it in my hand, feels good, feels fairly ergonomic, feels a little better than the Wii controller actually, the main Wii controller. And then comes with a little wrist strap here, and we also got the navigation controller, some more buttons with the navigation, you know, L1, L2. Pretty standard, what you'd expect. It's like the left half of a game controller. Yeah, feels pretty good too. It's a little thick down here. Could be a little more ergonomic like the Wii nunchuck, but yeah, I wouldn't complain too much. And we'll set that down, and we're gonna launch up M.A.G and test it out and see if it works alright. So now that we've loaded up into M.A.G, you can see that it just gives us a load up screen saying how to hold your controller, put the wrist strap on, and then place your camera in front of your TV, set it to wide angle view. And once I've done that here, I've sitting at least 3 feet away from my TV screen, press the trigger button, and away we go. We'll start our calibration. So from here, you just kind of point at the 4 corners of the screen, at the same time clicking the trigger button, and that kind of calibrates our controller. It's really responsive actually. It's quite fluid, much better than what I've used on the Wii, though I haven't played a whole lot of Wii games, but the ones I have, like the first person shooter style, it's just not nearly as responsive as this is so far. And now once we're loaded up into the game here, it's kind of little disorienting trying to get used to the new control scheme. Basically learning the sensitivity. All your buttons generally are the same as normal, as what you would expect in your kind of nunchuck. The left hand, the navigation controller, you have pretty much the left half of the PlayStation controller. All of that's exactly the same. The motion controller though is missing one button specifically, which is your joystick. So that's been replaced by essentially moving around kind of the controller, and that makes your look up and down, left and right. But you're also missing the R3 button, so that's what you use to do your kind of knife attack. So that's also been replaced by a motion command, which at first is very difficult to get used to. But generally all your buttons are still there. They're pretty much identical to the controller. Like the trigger button is your R2 button that would be on the PlayStation controller, and then that new kind of squiggly line button, that replaces R1. And for the most part, all the other buttons are identical to the PlayStation controller. So it's basically you just got to adapt and learn how to use the motion controller to look around and get used to kind of waving around the controller to do your knife attack. So other than that, pretty much pick up and play if you've played M.A.G before. Though for the first few matches here, I spent a lot of time looking up in the sky, looking at my feet, and of course dying just like that. And then here's me trying to attempt to do a knife attack, which for me at first I just assumed like you'd have to do kind of like a swinging motion to try and attack someone, but you're trying to do a swing attack at the same time as use that controller to aim and target people. So it's kind of counterintuitive that that's how you're supposed to do it. And then later on in the game I did kind of realize all you have to do is kind of a thrusting motion forward towards the screen, which doesn't really skew or screw up your view, and yeah, you can actually knife guys that way. So much easier. Don't try and swing the controller around like a fool like I was. And then as kind of the games progressed, I just died a whole lot, kind of running around, getting killed and killed again and again. But eventually I started to get the hang of it. And once you kind of do, it's kind of fun to play with. You kind of moving around, killing guys. It's not nearly as easy as if you're used to a controller to just pick up and play this. Maybe guys that played a lot of first-person shooters with the Wii would just love this and just pick up and kill everybody, but man, I'm way, way worse with this control scheme. But like anything, going from a mouse and keyboard to a gamepad for the first time, it's about the same idea. So definitely a learning curve, but has potential, isn't a total fail in my eyes. So yeah, here I'm just kind of running around, trying to kill people, trying to knife and fail miserably, but yeah. So now we're just loading up into the second game here that I played, and I am playing on an alternate account. This isn't my normal account that I play on. It's I've just got like a level 6 Valor character here. Normally I'd be playing with a veteran Sever player, so I am also missing all like kind of the bonuses and perks that you would normally get. So that also is making things a little bit more difficult, I think, in the gameplay. But second game here, definitely picked up quite a few more kills than the first game. Spent a lot less time looking at my feet and into the sky. So it's got a learning curve with the controls, but definitely it's not unplayable. It's actually kind of fun after a while. So I'm not sure if I would go as far as to say is it's unfair, so people with the move control scheme have an unfair disadvantage against the people with the gamepads, saying that it's just kind of like more like a mouse and keyboard. I don't quite see that happening. It is definitely difficult to get used to, and for the guys that do get really good with it, then kudos to them, because yeah, I'm having a hell of a time trying to keep things coordinated here. But it's fun though. It is fun. It's not a total fail. I don't think overall it was a total waste of money. Definitely with all the games coming out, seems like a pretty solid hardware setup. Controls are very responsive. It's not laggy at all. So it definitely has potential for future games. And yeah, hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what it's like to play a little bit of M.A.G with the motion controller. And if you have any questions, just leave them below. And any of you guys that have the motion controller and have been playing M.A.G or any games, let me know what you think, if you like it or you think it's a piece of crap. So anyways, you guys have a great day, and until next time.